this video, I do just want to put this little clip in at the beginning because I'm editing the video and I've just been watching the footage, and I realised my blush has a massive stripe on it, as you can see. I tried a new blush today, well, one that's in my project that I've not tried before, and I don't like it. I don't like it, and I didn't realise it looked that bad. So yeah, please ignore that, but I hope you enjoyed the update. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Sonia, and I'd love it if you could subscribe, and if you're not already an existing subscriber, welcome back. So today's video is going to be my update for my Throwback 30. Now, I didn't manage to get this project updated last month, so I'm just going to be combining my second and third update for this video. So this project is a PANtastic Ladies Club Facebook group project, and it was created by Jessica. I'll make sure to leave Jessica's channel below and a link to the PANtastic Ladies Club Facebook group if you'd like to go over there and join. And this project is a combination of 30 different PANtastic Ladies Club Facebook group projects, and it just gives you the chance to be able to do a bunch of different projects in one project. I mean, I think we would all love to be able to do every project that's available, but it's just not possible. This is my first time doing this project and I really have been enjoying it. So I can roll 4 things out over these last 2 updates. So what I'm going to do is I will start with those and we'll talk about the products that I'm still working on. So what I will do is I'll give you last month's numbers and also this month's update numbers as well. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the first project I can roll out is Beauty A to Z, and what I did for this one is I just randomly generated a letter, and whatever I got I was going to pick a product for. So I got the letter P. So I brought in a bunch of different face masks, and I was able to finish all of the face masks. So I used 2 of these in the first update and I used the last 5 in the last update. So I used the Superdrug Pink Clay Mask. It was alright, it wouldn't be something I would get again. The Soap and Glory Speed Plump. This was quite a heavy mask actually, and it came in 2 sections, but I did enjoy it, it was very hydrating. We then had the Rodale Pink Diamond Mask. This was okay. Rodale is an expensive brand, so I don't think I would buy this again, but it was nice to use. We then had the Technique Primer Tone Up Sheet Mask. This was awful. Awful, awful, awful. I would never put this amount of primer on that this product left on my face. So I would definitely not get that again, and I wouldn't recommend it. And then I have the Vitamix Pearl Sheet Mask. I enjoyed this one as well. It was really nice and hydrating. So those were the last sheet masks I had in for that project. The next project I can roll out is Mean Girl Quotes. Quote is on Wednesdays we wear pink. That's what I chose, and I said in it is something pink. So I rolled in the Alyshia Skin Pomegranate Exfoliating Facial Scrub. I tried this as a facial scrub and just really didn't enjoy it. It just smelled weird, like it was off. It wasn't off because before I'd brought into this project I hadn't opened it or anything. I never do that with my products. I didn't enjoy it as a face scrub, so I ended up just using it as a body scrub. Again, I still didn't really like the smell of it, but I used it that way, and I used it a further 4 times last update to finish it. So the Beauty A to Z and the Mean Girl Quotes were 2 projects I could roll out last update. I'm glad I've got that out of my collection. I'm going to try and work through the rest of these products that I've got from this line and hope that they don't smell like that. And then the 2 I can roll out for the third update. First one is Food for Thought, and what I brought in for that was the Tasty Donut Shower Foam. Finally finished this. I didn't enjoy this. I didn't enjoy the way that this smelled. I was really, really hoping it was going to smell like a donut because I love donuts, but it was really weird. Sometimes it smelled really, really sweet, which I quite like. Then other times it smelled like sick. So I'm not quite sure why that is. So the second update I used this 14 times, and then the third update I used it 8 additional times to finish it. It won't be something I would get again. I also just found that it didn't really lather very well, and I quite like a shower gel that lathers, so I wouldn't buy this again. And then the last project I'm going to be rolling out is Let's Get Loose. And for that I brought in my Wonder Beauty powder. Now I did only want to use this one 20 times. So this is where the product actually comes in the applicator. So I used it 15 times in the second update. Then the third update I used it the additional 5 times to roll it out. I don't love this. It does leave like little dots of powder on my face. So what I have to do when I applied this is I applied it, then I went over it with a brush. I don't love it. I'm going to keep it in my collection. I will eventually work on it to finish it, but I'm not quite sure how easy that will be. And I'm not quite sure, but I don't love the way that you have to apply this, but I can roll this out now. Okay, so now let's talk about the projects I'm still working on. So the first one is 12 Days of Christmas, and I chose 8 Maids Are Milking. And the product I brought in for that is the Deval's Milky Argan Active Pure Intense Hydrating Milk. And I've used this one 3 times, and this is where I am at. So I did shake it. This is okay. It's not my favourite. This is like my night moisturiser. I'm not sure whether this is how it's meant to be used, but that's how I'm using it. And it's okay. It does feel nice on the skin. It feels a little bit grainy, not as grainy as that serum I've been using, but it does feel a little bit grainy. And I do want to finish this, so I think this might be in for a while, but at least I've started to use it now. There will be some projects I won't be mentioning today in this update because I haven't started to work on the products yet. I think this might be potentially a long haul product because I really don't use a lot of that. The next one is 4 Seasons Project Pan, and the season I chose was summer, and the product I chose for that was the Anatomicals Scrub Tropicana Lychee and Coconut Salt Scrub. This smells like summer to me. This is just a scent that just reminds me of summer. I really don't like the way I have to open this because I usually find that it pings back at my hand and hurts it. But this is where I am at now. So I feel like since I've last done an update on this, I've made pretty good progress on this. So for the second update, I used it 4 times, and for the third update, I used it 4 times as well. So I'm working my way through it, and like I said, I've hit pan at the bottom. So I just need to now work on the sides. So I do actually think I should have this one rolled out by next update. Quite a fun story to this. So my partner, he came to me, I was like, oh, I've just tried something new and this is what it smells like. He got me to smell his arm and I was like, have you used that scrub that's in the shower? And he had. He'd used this. I think he liked the smell of it as much as I do. So yeah, I obviously didn't count that use. And he said he didn't use a lot of it, but yeah. Even he likes it. And like I said, I think I will have that one out by next update. The next one is 50 Shades of Pink. So I did actually film my second update. I just wasn't able to get it up because for some reason my videos were corrupting at the end of September. So I did actually film the video, I just wasn't able to get it up. And were some projects that I rolled products out and then rolled some new ones in, and this is the next one. So 50 Shades of Pink. I did have I think it was my Primark lip gloss, but unfortunately that went bad and I couldn't use it, and I was really annoyed at myself about it because I really wanted to try and get use on it. But the product I brought in its place is this Revolution Liquid Lip in Rain. It's what I'm using today, but I've got a lip gloss on top because I found this is quite drying. I've only used it 2 times. Like I said, rolled it in when I did my video. That didn't go up for my second update, so I've only managed to use it 2 times. I don't love it. I do want to finish it because this is one of my oldest ones in my collection. I just feel like there's just so many lip products on the market now, and I just feel like this isn't a great formula, but I will use it. I don't hate it, I just don't love it either. And I feel like if I put a lip gloss on top, I feel like it does add that little bit of hydration. So I'll keep working on it, but I have no idea where I'm at on it at the moment. The next one is 50 Shades of Purple, and for that I brought in my e.l.f. Electric Mood palette, and for this I think I changed my goal. I want to use each of the shades 5 times. This is what it's looking like now, and for the second update I've used it 2 times, and for the third update I've used it 2 times as well, and I've got little tallies here. So I have used this and this 3 times and these 2 times. I should think I will be able to have the bronzer and the highlight done with the 5 uses, even potentially the blushes, or maybe one of them, but yeah, I would really like to try and get this one worked out. So this is one of my main focuses for face palettes, with the other one that's in my Beauty A to Z, so I'm hoping to be able to get this one out next update. The next one is 7 Deadly Pans, and I chose Lust, and for that I brought in my NARS lip crayon in Do Me Baby. So this is what it looks like. This is a really, really nice colour. I do enjoy it. It's perfect for this time of year. For the second update I used it 4 times, and for the third update I've used it 3. I do want to use it 30 times, so I'm at 7, so I do have a way to go on it. I don't have an easy way to be able to sharpen this because the sharpeners I do have in my collection aren't going to fit this, so I may have to invest in a sharpener. And I think it was Jessica Braun that said one of her favourite ones that does fit a lot of products is the NARS one, so I may invest in that to be able to sharpen these, because I do have a couple of these in my collection. This I think will be in till next year, because this project goes all the way until July next year. I do think this will be in next year. The next project is Alice in WonderPAN, and the prompt I chose was White Queen, a product that makes you feel mature, poised, elegant. And for that, I brought in my L'Oreal red lipstick in I Am Worth It. And I only used this one time in the second update, but for the third update I've used it 4 times, so I've tried to make more of an effort to use it. I want to try and finish this, and again, I really don't know where I'm at. Like, I can see there, but when I like put the brush around the side, I'm seeing a bit of window in, but I really don't know where I'm at. I've had it stood up, I've tried to see, I just can't now. Like, I do want to finish this. I feel like I might have been a bit ambitious with that goal, but I'm going to keep it in, I'm going to keep trying. I'd feel really good if I could get a red lipstick out of my collection. I love red lipsticks, but I've got so many, and I need to start working on them before they go off. I've only used it 5 times, so I can't expect to finish it in 5 uses, but I have made more of an effort over this last month to use this. I'm hoping that will continue on. The next project is Birthstone Beauty. So I chose February because that is my birthday month, and the birthstone for that is Amethyst. So the product I brought in is the Becca Highlight in Prismatic Amethyst, one of my favourite highlights. And I want to hit pan on this. This isn't a focus highlight at the moment. I've got other highlights and other projects that are usage that I'm trying to focus on, so I can start focusing on this highlight and the one in my 22 in 2022, because both of these are to hit pan. The second update I used this 2 times. For the third update I've used it 3 times. So like I said, it's not a focus product, but it is one I am using. I do really like this. Like I said, it's one of my favourites in my collection, and I am getting some uses on it. It's just not a focus at the moment. The next project is Budget Beauty, and for that I brought in my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and my goal for this is to hit pan. This is what it looks like now. I feel like I'm making really good progress on this. I used it in the second update 17 times, and in the third update 14 times. This is my only pore filling primer I am using at the moment, so this is getting all of my attention. I think maybe the next update I might have pan on this and I can roll this out. I do really like this product. I think it's really good value for the amount of product you get, and I also think they do like a super size of this as well, I think. But I mean I would only get this size because I think there's still a lot of products in here and it will still take you a long time to use. The next project is Child of the 80s, and the prompt I chose was the Goonies, an item that was hard / an adventure to find. And for me, I brought in my Revolution Soph palette because it took me about three occasions to try and get this into my collection. And this is what it's looking like. So I do just want to use this one 30 times. In the second update I used it 3 times, and the third update I've used it 3 times, so I'm up to 6 uses. I'm just working on a lot of eyeshadow at the moment. I am dipping into this, and I am using colour shades in here, and sometimes I do just use this palette just for my look. And I do like it. I do like Revolution's formula, and I wanted this palette for ages. I was so behind on this. I thought this was going to get discontinued before I was able to buy it, but yeah, I'm glad I have this in my collection, and I think this might be another one that might be in until next year, I think. Just because, like I said, I'm working on so many eyeshadows at the moment. The next project is Gotta Pan Them All, and the prompt I chose was Pikachu, which was a yellow product / packaging, I think. I haven't written down the prompt here and I'm not sure why. The product I brought in for this is the Monuskin Illuminating Primer. So again, this primer is my sole focus at the moment. This is what I'm trying to use up. So for the second update I used this one 11 times, and for the third update I've used it 10 times, and this is my progress. That was my second update progress. This is my third update progress. I think I will have this one rolled out by next update because I really don't have a lot of product left now. This is a really thick primer that now that I'm getting to the bottom, it's not dispersing the product out of here. That sounds weird when I say that, that's correct. But yeah, I think I will have this one rolled out by next update. I'll be happy about that because I don't love this. I don't feel like it really gives my skin the luminosity that I like and that I get from other primers. So I'll be happy to have this one rolled out. The next project is Harry Potter and the Pan of Fire, and I chose the prompts Golden Snitch and Gryffindor. So Golden Snitch was a golden product and Gryffindor was Scarlet Gold. So the product I brought in for that was my Wonder Woman blush, and I just want to use this one 20 times. In the second update I used it 5 times, and in the third update I used it 3 times, and I'm up to 10 uses at the moment on this. This is what it looks like. Really, really beautiful, and I think maybe a couple more updates and I will have this one rolled out. I've just dug my fingernail in that, which is always fun when that happens. Again, this isn't a blush I'm focusing on, but it is one that I do pick up every now and then, and I do really like it. I think it's a really beautiful blush. The next project is I Heart the 90s, and the prompt I chose was I Will Always Love You, a product that has been a holy grail for a long time, and this was the product I actually bought in for that project because I do that one on my channel, and it is the Rimmel Lasting Radiance foundation. This is a holy grail foundation for me. I already have a backup of this and I will always have one of these in my collection. For the second update I used this one 6 times, and for the third update I've used it 4 times. I do want to finish this. So this is where I was on the second update. I can't make a new line, so I'm not sure why. I haven't been using this foundation for the last few weeks because I'm doing something a little bit different, where I'm using 2 foundations for the first half of the month and then 2 for the last half of the month, and this will be the one I'll be using like the last half of the month. I'm hoping to be able to at least get a few more uses on this by next update, and I do think, again, if I can work on this and get a lot of use on it, I might be able to have this one out by the December update. The next project is Lip Service, and again, this was one I think I changed the product for, and the product I brought in is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in cans, and I do just want to use this one 30 times, and for the third update I've used it 6. Beautiful product. I love the formula of these NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams. They're so comfortable, and this is a really beautiful colour. I don't think I'm going to have a problem getting my 30 uses on this. And I'm glad I like this formula because I got the advent calendar, oh god, a couple of years ago now, and I have a bunch of these. So I'm glad I at least like it because I've got a lot to work through. The next project is PanAsOldAsTime, and that is where you bring in your oldest eyeshadow palette, face palette. So for that I brought in my Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour palette. So for the second update I used it 6 times, and for the third update I've used it once. My goal is to try and finish these 2 here. Don't think I'm going to finish this one if I'm honest, but I'm going to give this one a good go, but I do mix them both together. I have pretty good pan in this one, so I'm feeling pretty optimistic about this, but I don't use this often. I just don't really contour that much anymore, but I'm trying to get my use out of this. The next project is Pan of Dinosaurs, and the product I chose for that was Microraptor, and that is something with little product. I did bring in a different shampoo and conditioner, but I realised I've already got this open and it's already in my travel bag to go, so I'm going to change it, and I'm going to change the products, and it's going to be these. So I have used these once. I went away on holiday at the beginning of October and I used these, but I do think I should be able to get another use on these by next update. I mean, I've only tried these once, so I'm not really quite sure what I think to them. It'll be good to get another shampoo and conditioner on my collection, even if they are minis. The next project is the Golden Girls Project Pan, and the prompt I chose was cheesecake. Something in sweet packaging or smells sweet. That I brought in my Karma Co Vanilla Lip Mask. If you know me, you know I love vanilla. I do really enjoy this one. The second update I used this one 11 times. The third update I used it 6. And this is my progress. I feel like I'm making a bit of a dint in this now. It's difficult to try and show you just because of like the colour of the product. I am making progress on this. I don't use a lot of it, but it is a really thick mask which is nice to use on the night. So I do enjoy this one, and I do feel like it hydrates my lips. The next project is This is Pantasy, and the prompt I chose is Leprechaun, a product you think you'll have good luck with. So for that I brought in the Charlotte Tilbury Collagen Lip Bath in Refresh Rose. I thought I would have this one done by the third update, but I haven't been very well, so it's fine. I do think I will have this one rolled out by next update though. The second update I used it 16 times and the third update I used it 9. It's an okay product. I don't think I would repurchase another one of these, but I do have another one of these in my collection that I'd like to try and work through as well. But it'll be really good to have another lip product out of my collection by the end of the year. The next project is tiny pans. So you had to bring in a palette that had tiny pans. So for that I brought in my NARS Orgasm Unwrapped palette, and I want to try and hit pan in all of the shades. So this is what it's looking like now. I still haven't used these two yet, I don't think, but I have used the rest. For the second update I used it 4 times, and for the third update I've used it 4 times as well. So overall in this project I've used it 9 times. I'm not obsessed with this palette. I think the shimmers are just okay, and I would expect more from NARS with how much you have to pay for their products. But I mean, it's okay, it's perfect for travel because it really is compact, but it's just not a favourite for me for the shimmers. And the last project I'm going to be talking about today is 10 and Ben. So I brought in a bunch of different samples, and some of the samples I've now finished, some I'm still working on. So the ones I've finished is this one. I can't even say the brand of this one. This one really irritated my skin. My skin went so red after using this, so I wouldn't get that again. I have 2 of the Clinique Moisture Surge moisturisers. I do really like these. I only was able to get 1 use out of both of these, which was a shame, but I do have a full size of this in my collection and do really enjoy it. And then I have the Marlin & Goats Advanced Renewal Moisturiser. This is okay, I wouldn't get it again. And then I have the Sol de Janeiro Bon Dia Bright Cream. I don't love the formula of this, but I always love the smells that Sol de Janeiro bring out, and this one is no different. I really do enjoy this, just unfortunately I don't like the product, so I don't think I would buy it. And then I have a couple that I'm still working on. I did have a lip product in this project which was like this, in a packet like this, but I had to throw it away because I was doing a bit of cleaning and I think I sprayed the cleaning product in it, so I was like, I'm not going to put that on my lips, and I don't have anything else to bring in its place, so it's fine. So this is a Laura Mercier little sample, so really beautiful colour. I think I'm going to try and save this for spring next year maybe. And then I have this Arborian Skin Hero Bare Skin Protector. I think I'm going to try and get this one rolled out by next update. So that is my update. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and it means the absolute world to me if you could subscribe if you don't already. And until my next video, thank you for coming by. See you later.